Today we're working with ProKut bar and chain and the Bush Ranger chainsaw. Let's look at safe starting methods. The first one is ground starting a chainsaw, followed by a standing start. Ground starting is particularly good for a cold saw where we may have to put more effort into the starting process. Before we start, it's important to have the right PPE. I have a helmet, eye protection, ear protection, chainsaw chaps with Kevlar steel cap boots. That is a complete set of PPE for chainsaw use. So let's put our earplugs in and get started. The first thing we need to do is make sure that we've done our pre-start check, which we have. The bar nuts are tight, the chain brake works, we have fuel and oil, and the chain is taut. We're now ready to start the chainsaw. Again, place the chainsaw on the ground, ensure the chain brake is on or in the forward position, and with our right hand, push firmly on the fore handle. Our left leg is on the rear handle, ensuring that it's on, choke out, grab the starter, make sure that we have a firm grip on the chainsaw and pull. With the choke on, we've just heard the saw pop. We can now decompress the choke. It's important to know that it is on half choke now. So as soon as the saw starts, we want to quickly grab the throttle for safety. Don't take the chain brake off. Let's start the saw. To do a standing start, again, ensure the chain brake is on by pushing it forward. Twist the saw to the side, holding it in the middle. Turn it on, and this time we're going to grip the saw between our thighs. Holding the saw firm with a straight arm, grab the starter cord and pull sharply. A couple of safety tips that we want to talk about right now is the chain brake operation and the trigger finger. Anytime you're not using the saw, take your trigger finger and off the trigger and engage it completely around the handle. What this does is ensure that when you trip, your finger isn't hovering over the trigger, and in a moment of panic, you don't grip onto it, revving the chainsaw out of control. The other thing we want to look at is taking the chain brake off. Once it's engaged, there's a temptation to reach forward with your fingers to grab the chain brake and pull it back. Coupled with hovering your finger over the trigger, as you pull it back, if it's slippery and greasy, you will knock your thumb off the handle. See it hit my thumb? Slips forward, trigger finger comes onto the throttle, full noise down into the knee. This is a situation you don't want to happen. To do this safely, the best way to disengage the chain brake is to point the saw directly at the ground, reach around, grab the chain brake and pull it back. This way the saw can't fall into any of your body parts, and that mechanism and the handle keeps it away from you safely. Put your hand back onto the fore handle, and now we can hold the saw and operate it.